How's it going, guys? Stas here. Welcome back to another video. So we're going to break down Palantir stock in this one, do a rundown on the charts, my thoughts, what I'm doing. You guys know the drill. And we'll break down the indexes, maybe some other stocks later in the video. But first, hit the like button. Feel free to subscribe. And as always, let me know your thoughts in the comments. And with that being said, cheers. Let's dive into it. So it's currently about 2:45 p.m. when I'm making this video, and we have Palantir, believe it or not, down almost 0.5%, as every index in the U.S. stock market is up. Pretty nice at that. We have the Dow Jones up 1.75%, the S&P's up 2%, the Russell and QQQ, they're each up 2.3 to 2.4%, and the VIX is down about 7% as the metals are down and oil is down as well. So we are exploding when it comes to the indexes, but Palantir, not so much. Palantir is now down about 0.5%, trading at 122.75 after it was at almost 128 in the pre-market. So this morning, guys, in the pre-market, we were good. Palantir was up. I think it was up, let's see, at the peak in the pre-market where we hit about 127, might as well call it 128, very close to 128. It was up around 3.8% in the pre-market at that point. But since it's dumped aggressively, and by the way, let's not dunk too much on Palantir right now because obviously it's up so much. It's the best performing stock, I believe, in the S&P 500 year to date. I know for sure in the NASDAQ 100. I'm pretty sure, yeah, in both of these indexes, right? Year to date. Palantir is crushing it, so let's not dunk on it too much, but it is down intraday here, again, in the midst of a green day overall, but that's on top of us actually taking out the highs from the last couple of days. So today's very funky, right? We were looking good in the pre-market, now we're dumping, but as we got to almost 128 in the pre-market, we took out the highs from Friday, right? From Thursday and from Wednesday. I mean, this thing, took out multi-day highs there. Now we're just dumping off. And this is going to be a very interesting spot on the 30-minute chart. If I pull this up, you guys can kind of see, if I get this little channel out, this channel tool, you can kind of see Palantir's fighting to start making some higher highs, higher lows in this channel. At the same time as overall, it's fighting to, kind of break out of this downtrending channel. So do you guys kind of see what's going on here? It's the moment of truth pretty much for the bulls in the short term, for us to see whether or not we're going to get more upside, from here, which 128, 130 is going to have to break. My alert's at 128. I think I set that in the last video. So we were talking about that in the last video. We almost broke 128 this morning, but we didn't, and we dumped, which makes that point even more prominent to break for the bulls. And at that point, we'll be breaking out of this downtrending channel on the 30-minute time frame right here. You see it, and at that point, we'll pretty much also be fully breaking out, kind of like this, maybe back towards all-time highs, at that point, if we break 128. So, yeah, Palantir, I mean, it's up a lot. Best performing stock year to date, on the NASDAQ and the S&P. But at this point, man, it's kind of slowing down, which makes sense considering how quickly it rebounded after that April crash after Liberation Day, right? We had a bunch of stocks go down. Palantir got hit a lot. I mean, this thing was down in the mid-60s, so it rebounded all the way to 130. It makes sense we're going to be flat for a little bit. We might have some red days on green days. It makes sense because we're up so freaking much. But yeah, let's see what it does in the short term on that 30-minute time frame. Alerts are set 128. I'll put another one at $130 a share. Let me do that right now. Let's do that. Mark is at or above $130 per share. So two alerts are set here on PLTR. And let's quickly pull up these indexes, might as well as, we're heading into power hour here pretty soon. So it looks like it's safe to say buyers are coming in at this 180 SMA. And not to toot my own horn, but did we not call this out literally in yesterday's video? We covered it a bit last week, I believe, as well. I was talking to you guys, look, watch out for this 180 SMA on the 4-hour chart on SPY. We're seeing a little bit of a healthy pullback after we got, you know, the Moody's news. We got the 10 and 30-year bond yields going up a bit. The 20-year bond auction was a bit of a flop. So we got that news sending stocks down a bit. We got down to the 180 SMA on the 4-hour chart. And I told you guys, look, watch out for buyers to start coming in there for maybe this overall breakout to continue. And that's kind of what's going on right now. You're noticing that on SPY. You're noticing that on Triple Q. If I pull it up, buyers are coming in at that 180 SMA. Now, the question is, will we break out of the highs from the last couple of days? You guys can see on this 5-day, 5-minute. Actually, let me pull up this 30-minute, actually, and we can see it better. Notice on QQQ, we are at a big multi-day resistance. This spot here at 520, 525 needs to break. If you want this to fully start breaking out, or continuing to break out, rather, it's already breaking out on the 4-hour. But if you want this momentum to continue, QQQ's got to get over 525. I'll set my alert there right now. 525, mark is at or above. And SPY, let's go back to SPY. This has to get over, let's see here, guys, 595 to 596. I'll put my alert at 596 for now. We're currently at 590.50, so I'll put it at 596 for now. Mark is at or above, and we'll see if we're able to break out of there. And from that point, yeah, we could see a lot more upside. You know, maybe a push to all-time highs. You know, the next gap to fill, if SPY breaks 596, is pretty much up to about 610, 615 all-time highs. And QQQ, the gap to fill would be up to about about 535, 540. So yeah, I mean, this is a big spot where we're at now. So set your alerts, keep your eyes on QQQ and SPY at these points in the short term, and let's see some other movers here. What's going on with some other stocks on my watch list? We mentioned how Palantir is the best performing stock on the S&P and the NASDAQ so far this year. CrowdStrike is up there as well. It's getting there. I'm pretty sure, yeah, we're breaking out fully on CrowdStrike. It's in the top 5 in the NASDAQ 100 year to date. I actually made a video on this earlier today on my TikTok. Make sure to go follow me on TikTok at Stas Talks Stocks. I actually have a way bigger audience on TikTok than here. The algorithm on TikTok's wide open. YouTube's a bit harder to grow on. Not even a bit harder, a lot harder. You know, as a creator, you know, YouTube's a lot more difficult than TikTok. Either way, I made a video on TikTok going over the top 5 NASDAQ 100 companies, top 5 stocks year to date, excuse me, and CrowdStrike, I think, is the 5th. It's up around 40, like 37% year to date, somewhere there. Probably a bit more now that we're popping on the day and we're hitting all-time highs. CrowdStrike's up 3.5%, up over $15 per share on the day. And earnings are looking, when are they? On the 3rd? Okay, they're on the 3rd of June, coming up here in a couple of days. And man, look at this chart. CrowdStrike, cup and handle on the 1 year is playing out. On the 3-year chart, we're completely just breaking out. Like I said, all-time highs. And I'm a proud shareholder, man. I love this company. I was buying the dip about a year ago like a madman after the IT outage. And that dip, well, it's looking pretty good now, isn't it? The stock got down to about, what, 200? Now we're at 470. So, yeah, I bought at around 235. I didn't buy the bottom or anything crazy, but I bought at 475, and now we're looking, or 235. Now we're at 475. We're looking very good. But, yeah, that's pretty much it, guys, for this video. I don't want to drag it on too much. Stocks are looking great, but Palantir is down. But overall, are we complaining? No, because it's up so much over the last couple of weeks. We're looking pretty good here, even though it's down on the day, right? So let me know your thoughts in the comments. Join the free email stock newsletter. Check out my Patreon for my portfolio updates, which I just posted a portfolio update, the last one for this month of May. Just put some more money in, bought a bunch of stocks. Check it out if you guys want to keep up with it. I think the tier, it's tier 2. If you sign up for it, it's $10 a month. You keep up with the portfolio, see how I build a real money portfolio, thousands of dollars a month being invested. Check it out. Only $10 a month if you guys are interested. And with that being said, cheers. I'll catch you in the next video.